Hello everyone, I'm the reporter Zeyu because I'm very interested in banking industry. I chose two banks from ASX organization, namely Commonwealth Bank and Australia and New Zealand Banking Group Limited industry. In the rest of my report, I will present two projects about them and discuss the impacts of these projects. Well, let's have a look about our background of these two banks. And as you know, CBA is the largest bank in Australia, while ANZ is the largest in New Zealand. What I want to emphasize is the CBA represents 22% in Australia market share, which is just 77% better than ANZ. Well, I will show my first report. The project, called Green, Social and Sustainability Funding Framework, was initiated by Commonbank in February 2020. The lifespan of this project is 30 years. As Australia's largest financial institution, Commonbank plays a very important role in supporting Australia's responsible transition to a low-carbon economy, and they are committed to play their part in limiting climate change to well below 2 degrees in line with the goals of the Paris Agreement. They commit to support a responsible transition to net zero carbon emissions by 2050, which is their final goal. Unexpectedly, in just 6 months, Commonwealth has invested in 5 different new energy assets to slow down the greenhouse gas emissions. From the figure, we can see that wind energy assets has the greatest effect in mitigating carbon dioxide emissions. I think this action of CBA is very friendly to our environment, so I think it is very positive subject of a project. Here, I collected data from February to May in 2020. This data include revenue, expenses, total assets, and total liability. They are all showing an increasing trend. Therefore, I calculated the leverage for this month. The value can reflect a company's debt level. Therefore, from the figure, we can analyze that from February to May, CBA's debt pressure gradually increased, but the fifth month, the pressure decreased, in my opinion, because CBA invested a lot of eligible assets in the first 4 months. So, in the fifth month, the company's total assets increased significantly, so the debt pressure was reduced. Next, this is a ANZ project to be shown. We can call it Acquisition of National Bank of New Zealand. The lifespan is 2012 to now. In terms of the history of acquisition of National Bank of New Zealand, ANZ has already acquired the National Bank in 2003, but they always operated independently. The CEO of ANZ announced they have to be use one name, so they are all called New Zealand Limited Company. Let's have a look about the impacted report. We just focus on New Zealand in ANZ Bank. We have our compared 2012 and 11. We can know net interest bank and operating income and profit has been increased within 1 year, but the number of employees has been cut down from 8,200 to 7,800. Here, I collected data about total liability and total assets in 2011 and 12, and we can calculate the debit rate, which is also called leverage. And we can see after purchased the National Bank of New Zealand, the debit rate becomes lower than 1 year before, which is pretty good. Means they don't have too much debate pressure. And have a look about this picture. We can know after purchasing in 2012, the shares of ANZ kept going up until 2015. That's so impressive. This is my reference. Thank you all for listening.